Hey everybody. How's everybody doing today? Oh, I can hear my own audio. Let's cut that out. That way you don't hear me twice. That way I don't have to hear my own voice. That would be good too. I don't want to hear my own voice. A little bit of an echo. Yeah, is the echo still there? It was there originally because I had my own audio playing through pretty close to my microphone. So, Bunkmaster B in the house, JS, Sprinty. Look at all these people. Sometimes we do it this way, you know. Sometimes we don't make an announcement. Sometimes we don't announce a live stream weeks ahead. I was originally thinking about, I'm going to turn this music down just a tiny bit. I was originally thinking about doing this on Thanksgiving night because, let me know how the music sounds too, because I did my Thanksgiving with my family pretty early in the day, and then had some prep for second Thanksgiving, which happens with Mrs. Tryon's family on Friday. But I decided to take the extra time I had on Thanksgiving to rest before that. But so both of my Thanksgivings are all done. So I thought, hey, you know what? I took a nap, ate a lot of food. Maybe we'll just hop on YouTube and talk, and maybe unbox a toy or two. What? You should stream Transformers Call of the Future. I'm not aware of what that is. You'll have to tell me what that is. Oh man, YouTube's got that top fan thing turned on, which I don't like. Whatever. I'll have to change that in the settings next time. How was further preparation? Happy with how it came out? I am. You know what? I may put a video of the turkey up. Bunk, I know you're you can correct me if I'm wrong. I know you're vegetarian, but this was the first year that I tried smoking a turkey, and I think it turned out pretty well. Some notes that I've learned, some things I've learned that can make it even better next year. But we did a smoked turkey and a smoked ham, and I think they turned out pretty good. Yeah. I'm just messing around with Legacy Cosmos and Armada Wheeljack, both picked up from Walmart today, so perfect timing. You know, Sprinty, it's interesting that you mentioned that. Those toys, you know, since Walmart had that sale, because that's what I happen to have here as well. I wasn't able to actually make it out to a physical Walmart this year, but they had them online and thought, hey, I was missing Cosmos. Cosmos is the one that I wanted really, but and I'll also play with this guy a lot. So I am, but that didn't stop me from prepping the family bird. Got some compound butter done under the skin and spatchcocked it. Excuse me. I was told it came out well. Oh, sweet, Bunk. Yeah. We didn't spatchcock it this year, but I did use duck fat. We have some family members, and myself and Mrs. Tryon are trying to stay away from seed oils, and so I found some duck fat spray and decided to use that. And I think that turned out really well. We went for a really simple seasoning. We brined the turkey for 24 hours, and then, the stores had all these different, this seasoning and that seasoning and burger bomb, and we're like, let's just do salt, pepper. We brined it, some garlic, and let's let the smoke be the primary flavor. So, yeah, I think it turned out good. Gia says, my dad smoked 2 ducks that we brought over from someone else's house Thanksgiving. It wasn't too bad. Duck is really good, JS. I have not had it in a long time. Let me turn on an extra light here and see if that helps my camera. Still pretty bright if I do that. Yeah, I think that's just the way the camera's gonna look. Oh wait. Yeah, let's actually, I was looking at the wrong camera, y'all. Let's do some swapping here. We updated the setup lately. I know I'm kind of quiet right now. I apologize. But we updated the office recently, and so the desk itself is a little bit different. And this setup here is a little bit ways away from the computer on the desk, so I'm kind of rolling back and forth in my chair. Listening to this while rearranging some shelves, trying to get the books off the floor. I feel you, man. I feel you. Delta, what was your favorite character from the first 12 issues of Skybound? Ooh, man. You know, Cliffjumper really stands out to me. I've really kind of been converted over into a Cliffjumper fanatic. We got to find a name for Cliffjumper fanatics. Figure one out for me, guys. Half Moon, figure out a name for all the Cliffjumper heads. Nice Walmart deers. Thanks, Sonos. Yeah, I went ahead and got the Blockies 2007 Optimus. I ordered these this morning, by the way, and maybe that seems normal that they would come in, but I live about, not to dox myself, I live about 45 to an hour minutes away from any human civilization town. So the fact that these two came today, I'm very surprised. We'll see when that Optimus comes in, but he was only $5, and I thought it'd be cool to add him to the Optimus shelf. So again, I really kind of got this for Cosmos, but I know I'll have fun with my Wheeljack as well. Might fix my blocky shelf while I listen. It's kind of messy. Yeah, no, this is a very casual, low-stakes stream. I just thought we would do it after Thanksgiving, as everybody is continuing to survive from the food coma and any Black Friday madness that they decided to take part in. So, Cliffy fan. Cliffhangers, honestly, Cliffhangers is not bad. It's pretty simple. So, pretty simple stuff. I'm gonna grab the stream here and post it into a Discord here. Interestingly, my this did not post in my own Discord, so let me post this one here real quick, guys. There we go. Just got some pumpkin pie with some creamy whipped cream. Yeah. Guys, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys. There was really not... so again, I did 2 Thanksgivings. One with my family, one with Mrs. Tryon's. Today and yesterday. And there was no Thanksgiving drama between either of those 2 events. And I'm really disappointed. So we're just going to have to do the drama here in the YouTube chat, I guess. And so I think the easiest way to start that is for us to just start going back and forth on what the best pie is for Thanksgiving. So why don't you guys start that? You guys go ahead and start the fight as to what is the best Thanksgiving pie. Or even dessert. Just throw dessert in there too. As I open this, I'm going to cut these guys open off stream because last time I did it on camera, it didn't turn out well. So I want to see what you guys, pecan pie, easy. See, Bunkmaster B is a man after my own heart. I am a pecan pie fiend. But pecan pie does not need chocolate in it. Sadly, my first Thanksgiving, the pecan pie had a bunch of chocolate in it. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I like chocolate and pecans, but it doesn't need it. It's already sweet enough. I still ate it, but... Seeing a lot of apple. I actually did not have apple pie this year. Pumpkin, apple pie. I know a lot of people just go to the pie table and just get the whipped cream. It doesn't need chocolate. It does not. It does need bourbon. So I did have a bourbon pecan pie. We do every year, and it is very good. But sadly, this year it was chocolate bourbon pecan pie. And I was very thankful for the person who brought it. But I was like, hey, next year, you don't need the chocolate. It's okay. Just skip the chocolate. It's good as is. they were like, "You don't like chocolate?" I said, "Well, no, I didn't say that. I'm just saying it doesn't need chocolate. Not everything, just like not everything needs bacon, you know." Sorry for the loud popping. That's me eviscerating the little plastic ties that hold these figures together. I have to be careful. We have, I've got a bunch of dogs, and so I don't want them to run in here and eat those and choke on them. So, but please keep fighting. Keep fighting about the best pies. Doesn't need joy. JS saying, also, I don't eat pie. JS, you're like Mrs. Tryon. She will not eat pie. Maximus probably showed the best Thanksgiving pie, pumpkin cheesecake. Well, during my Thanksgiving, my mom ordered a turkey. Are you saying brisket? Of course, turkey doesn't have enough meat for brisket, and I love really beef. So my dad and uncle who love meat were just laughing the entire day. Sweet potato pie superior. Yeah, I feel like sweet potato casserole that people make with like candied nuts on top of it, or even bourbon in it. They're always like, "This is a side dish for dinner." I'm like, no, that is a dessert. That's just a dessert. Bob the Doctor here. You framed the drawing. I'm so glad to see it. Yeah, everybody, back here. Let me pull up my view. Make sure I'm pointing at it. This right here is a drawing that Bob the Doctor 27 sent me for Christmas last year. I say Christmas, but I don't think we got to our packages till around April. Well, I didn't send him mine till April because I'm horrible. It's actually probably later than April, but yeah, wonderful photo. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Have you heard of the new Demon Slayer movie? I'm aware of Demon Slayer. I've not seen the movie. I don't really know much about it. I'm not a big fan of pecan pie or pumpkin pie, but I do prefer pecan, although pumpkin ain't all that bad. That's fair. Is it a hot take to say a green bean casserole is amazing? No, I think everybody should be on the same page that green bean casserole is amazing. It's also really good because of the caramelized onions on top of it. Now, I will tell you guys this. So for my family Thanksgiving, there's a lot of people, a lot of extended family, and a lot of friends that come. So it's kind of a big smorgasbord of people. And everybody's responsible for making one dish. And the dish that Mrs. Tryon and I are responsible for making is, now hold on, don't get mad when you hear this, is Brussels sprouts. Now hold on. A lot of people hate Brussels sprouts, and I get it. But that's because, sadly, the only way they've ever eaten them is them being steamed. Never steam Brussels sprouts. I don't think there's many vegetables that should be steamed. You bake Brussels sprouts in butter and bacon grease. And then you throw some diced up onions in there. And then you put the bacon in with it. And it's very, very good. The point here is that I was out buying Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are way better roasted, see? Guardian knows. When I was out buying them at the store, the lady let me know that was the number one item that was selling out this year was Brussels sprouts. And I was just really surprised because I thought, for the most part, people hear that and are like, ew, icky. But again, I think it's just because they've only ever had Brussels steamed, or boiled, and that's just not right. Don't do that. Always bake your vegetables. All right. Again, I apologize for the popping off screen. I'm getting these figures out in a safer manner than I did last time we had a stream where I just was cutting them, and I didn't hurt myself, but I think I damaged the figure at my desk. So, Delta Trine, I must ask, are you going to make any essays on More Than Meets the Eye soon? Still waiting for Tarn. There's nothing that's been written right now. I've got a few videos that have been written that I need to finish up. I have an audiobook that I need to finish up that I teased last time we did a stream. It's just been a really busy holiday year so far. But we'll get there. Okay, hopefully the loud noises are coming to an end here. Put these back in their boxes. Vegetables can taste absolutely amazing when cooked properly and with right food. Spidey gets it. Spidey knows. Like asparagus. I don't think anybody should boil asparagus and eat it. I think that is a crime. Don't do that. Roast them. You know, cook them, roast them. Even fry them if you want, you know. Like Brussels sprouts, it's really not that bad of a vegetable. I agree. I think there are vegetables that are worse. Bunk says when Brussels are crispy and done right, legit. Yeah. Bunk, what's even better, you know, I know, again, vegetarian, what we've done in the past, we've skipped out on the bacon and baked them and done like a balsamic vinaigrette glaze on them, and they're really, really good. So, Brush Ranger's here. Yeah, Brush, your boy Cosmos finally here. Hey, Toucan, what's up? If anyone sees this comment, what is your favorite Armada figure or character from the show? Do you think that Skybound should stay away from G1 characters? If so, who would you personally want to see? I think that's I don't care either way. So many characters in Transformers also have G1 counterparts. I think they should use whoever they use. I'm not one of those guys who, when I see the usage of a character who is in G1, I'm not going, ugh, G1. Ugh, can they do something new? I'm just like, yeah, it's a character. So, I do like though that they're using Bulkhead. I do think that's cool that they're doing that. I think it's neat to use some more of the newer type characters, or characters that you don't see as much anymore. The noises are the best thing about opening Transformers figures. Well, hopefully the noise of me opening this bag is not too loud, because it's actually pretty hard to do. Delta, big question. Do you think Skybound? Hold on. Let me finish this bag and then I'll read the question. My goodness. Look, I'm okay with the bags, guys, but this is I just want my plastic men. Okay. We're not doing ASMR. Excuse me. Also, I've got a little bit of a sore throat today. Delta, big question. Do you think Skybound should do spotlight issues to flesh out the characters through small one-off stories to show their personalities and backstories? I'm not against that idea. I think that we're good for now. I still am of the belief that I don't want an overabundance of Skybound right now. I think that the pace that they're going is fine. So, but in the future, yeah, maybe. Aside from these two boys, who is your current desk fig? I actually don't have a current desk fig because I just cleaned. So, Swizz is here. Ruh-roh. Yes, good. Let me know if that Wheeljack mold is good. I want shattered glass side swipe. I like this mold. I used to have this mold. Again, I got this for Cosmos. It does seem like some of his issues remain. The chest not really tabbing in very well. But I enjoy. I've always enjoyed this mold. Curious question: will EU specials get added into the hardcover editions? They are. Yeah, the Energon Universe specials, the annual free comic book day ones, they are in the hardcovers. They are currently in there, so they are collected within there. Now, which one is collected into which book? We'll take a look at the books here in a second. We'll do a bit of a room tour update, and we'll see which one. I'm sure somebody in the comments can tell you what's in which book. I never remember off the top of my head. So, haven't had any issues with the chest tabbing in until Armada Wheeljack. It's only him for some reason. Interesting. Yeah. I completely forgot if they did or not because I still only have TF book 1. Yeah, no, they do. They do. I never remember, excuse me, what's collected where. I do know that the in JS Productions, you can actually, if you're still here, you can confirm with me. I believe Volume 4, the trade paperback, has the Energon Universe special, because it goes Energon Universe special right into issue 19. And I think I was telling you that that's a very strange transition. Slonk in the house. Slonk. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit, again, an interesting setup here for me because I've kind of changed everything around here in the office. I'm going to try and Well, I'll pull the camera back so you can kind of see with what I'm working with. I'm having my microphone right here, the figure's right here, and we're just gonna put the camera right there, and we're gonna try this as a setup for potential future live streams, and then I have my chat over to the left. So IDW is so very confusing because of all the miniseries and multiple ongoings. The IDW collections were going to be reasonable prices. It would be less confusing. I agree, and that's why I think Skybound is fine just continuing the way they are. I don't want it to be confusing. I'm glad that issue 20, that they didn't end at issue 24 and be like, hey, we're continuing the story, but we're starting over back at 1. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Just keep the numbers straight. Don't change the title of the comic. Don't confuse people more than they already are. See you, Half Moon. Slonk, no, we were just talking about Thanksgiving, how I survived 2 Thanksgivings, and now we're here to play with some toys. League of Comic Geeks is my favorite resource for checking what is collected where from what comics. Yep, it's a great app, great website. Who do you think will be on the variant cover for hardcover book 2? For Transformers, I don't know. Man, it could be Alita, it could be Ultra Magnus. I don't know. It's going to be a really tough one. I'm hoping that Void Rivals, its variant is, it's probably going to be Springer because the one we've seen is Hot Rod. But I was really hoping for a Skuxoid variant. But we'll see. Swizz says it's going to be Magnus 100%. Everybody, Swizz Prime works for Skybound. His dad is John Hasbro. He has all the answers. Please refer to him. I'm hoping I won't have to read the other things like G.I. Joe in order to understand things because I only care about Transformers. Aw, man. Sprinty, you're missing out. I'm covering the G.I. Joe comics over on my second channel. They're actually really, really, really good. I was very surprised. So I guess I should be plugging my second channel, but if you didn't know, I have a secondary channel where I cover non-Transformers comics, and I'm covering G.I. Joe Energon Universe right now. It's great stuff. Great stuff. Really, might have to check it out then. Yeah, absolutely. I have read all the issues of Skybound. Unfortunately, I really haven't had any interest in it either. And that's fair. Slonk. Let's play with some toys. Again, I kind of got this... hopefully this won't be too out of focus. Big old empty arms here. Does he have empty armpits? No. Yeah, Cosmos was one mini bot that I never really anticipated that I was gonna own, but then when I saw him available on the the Walmart 2-pack deal, I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's possible that I could get him. I'm actually gonna take this flag piece off. Come on. I don't remember all the different 2-packs that they had available, but I did want to get the do his wrists? No articulation wrist. I did want to get the one that came with Reactivate Bumblebee because I don't own that figure, and it does look fun, but it comes with Studio Series Bumblebee, which I already have, and I was going back and forth, and again, I didn't make it out to a physical location this year. No way I'm leaving my house after 2 Thanksgivings, but they did have this one available, so I went ahead and scooped it up, and again, it came on the same day. I was really surprised how fast it came. There are comics that aren't Transformers comics, huh? Oh, we're going to be talking about them, Bunk, here in a second. We're going to be talking about them. How are you setting up... how about setting up donations for each figure you have to appear on the table? You'd have to explain that to me a little bit further. I apologize. Debating waiting for the first G.I. Joe deluxe cover or catching up for G.I. Joe issue 20. I think that the first 12 issues of the G.I. Joe comic, not the prequel comics, the G.I. Joe comics, I think it's absolutely 100% worth reading. The prequel comics, I know a lot of people are like, it's 50-50. 2 of them are great. 2 of them are horrible. I disagree, but I can understand if people just want to jump in on G.I. Joe. I do think that the G.I. Joe series itself, that's titled that way, is great. And I like the prequel comics as well too. I think they're fun. Delta got beef with my grandma. Yeah, man. Yeah, I got beef with Swizz's grandma because these figures, were not available until Black Friday, and he's over here posting in our personal Discord, hey, look what my grandma got me. And she's out here buying like all these different things. And I was like, look, I know we're not even in the same state, but help a brother out, you know? Let me get a toy or something, you know, man? Come on. It's just not fair. It's not fair. I want the toys. Come on, Swizz Grandma. Reactivate Bumblebee is fun, but its transformation feels about as clunky as Transformers from the 2010s. Ah, yeah. Ultimately, it was not one that I needed. Cosmos I need for my Autobot shelf, anyways. I'm really kind of just doing G1 Chug Autobots at the moment. But again, I'll play around with this guy. I may sell him at some point, but I know I already like this mold. I don't have a Sideswipe on my shelf. I was thinking about getting the Target exclusive Gamer Edition. What is it called? More Than Meets the Eye Studio Series More Than Meets the Eye Collection Devastation Gamer Edition Sideswipe. I like the colors, but the head being Red Alert's head kind of bugged me and was like, I don't know about that. Delta Beef's grandmas. I got beef with a lot of grandmas, Bunk. You know it. Speaking of G.I. Joe, I'm slacking. I still need to start reading it, but I've been busy. Yeah. Let me grab that link here real quick for you guys. Y'all know I'm horrible at self-promotion. If I can find my own channel. It's a very different style of channel where I just kind of I take the comic itself with the camera looking straight down, actually at this table right here, and I just flip through the comic itself and kind of catch people up with it. Which next year in January, I'm going to be doing a series of shorts. Every Monday and Thursday, I'm going to review a comic from my shelf. I'm forcing myself to read every single comic on my shelf to catch up on my backlog. So that's going to be really exciting. It's been a fun process to go through. A lot of it is rereading some comics I already have, but there's quite a few new ones in there I need to get through. And we'll look at that here in a bit. Thought about getting the Sideswipe, but I already have Kingdom Sideswipe, so plus the More Than Meets the Eye crossover figure, so I can have them dual katanas, yeah. The Target exclusive Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition More Than Meets the Eye Transformers Devastation video game inspired Sideswipe from the hit video game Transformers Devastation. Yeah. Which you also can no longer purchase or play legally. Swizz, don't forget that. Classic Hasbro. I don't understand this concept of reading every comic. That just does not compute. I know, Bunk. I talked to you and how many of your own comics you own that you haven't read, and I was like, I can't be like this guy. Case in point, the only comic that I have not bagged and boarded right now is one that Mrs. Tryon was reading, and that's the you probably can't see it, the new Lion King comic, which I was surprised. I grabbed this off the shelf at my local comic book store, and I was like, wow, that artwork looks exactly like the movie. I guess they're just taking the movie and turning it into a comic, whatever. But this is actually a prequel story. It's a story before Scar shows up. So, and it's pretty good. Again, my wife read it, and she, Mr. Tryon doesn't read comics, so she was interested in it. It's only 3 issues, so it'll be wrapped up in January, I believe. Yeah. Trying to get Devastation on eBay for Christmas only because I have a PS5 now, so I can play it via backwards compatibility. I believe JS Productions actually just got herself a copy. So, yeah, right there, I did find Devastation at a local game store for $20. Better than $60 at a second. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Again, if anybody here has a PC, there are ways to play it. Are those ways legal? Whoops, sorry. I'm not here to talk about legalities, so I'm going to transform our boy Wheeljack here. Armada Wheeljack. We're going to try and do this on camera. I made fun of Swizz so many times for messing up transformations while on camera, but that's just because I'm not a toy reviewer and I don't know the true pain, so I kind of have to lock in. I know a lot of people are like, being a toy reviewer is hard. It is, because you have to You have to transform the toy on camera. So, if you can't buy it anymore, why should you have to pay eBay prices? Sadly, that's the way it goes when you can't buy them anymore. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to transform this figure. Pretty sure it's pretty simple. Guys, how is the y'all still hear the jazz music? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? We're not trying to blow people's eardrums out. It's just supposed to be a little bit of a background thing. The arms go in like this, don't they? Yeah. I know a lot of people give this mold a lot of flack for just being overused so much, but it really is just a really crisp, clean mold, I feel, that just, you know, is overused for a reason. Okay, so these close up, and then you twist this around, don't you? Let me actually do the legs in here. Let me try and get this actually on camera. Jazz is a nice ambient. Music could be a tad louder, but it's good where it is. Are you really transforming it if you don't make the trend? There you go, Bunk. I did the transformation noise for you. Yeah, this is just, again, this is just such a fun, I think, clean, sleek design. I normally don't like the clear windows when you can see all the gobbledygook in there, but I think it's fine for this. So, and then do these tab on here? Yeah, they do. I'm actually going to do this. I don't know which one is more accurate, but I'm going to do it to where the gold is up like that. Is that right, guys? I haven't watched Armada in a very, very long time. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, please. I'm actually going to leave that off. Yeah, cool car. Imagine having this car in real life. Just zoom in. Now it's show accurate. There you go. There's a really bad transformation noise. Again, all the turkey I've been eating, some of it really got to me. All the smoke in that turkey, smoking that turkey, man. We gave it a couple of cigars and it just went to town. So this guy, I do not know how to transform. I have the Thrilling 30s version somewhere, which is why I originally wasn't going to get this guy, because I have the Thrilling 30s. Why would I need anything else? But again, $15 for 2 deluxes. That's a pretty good deal. So we're going to try and figure out how to do this. Okay, so his head just goes into his tummy, his crock-pot tummy. I've always thought he had kind of a crock-pot kind of belly, or a rice cooker belly. So let's throw his fists in there. You guys are going to be laughing at me here in a bit, being like, Delta doesn't know how to transform a transformer. And he's not doing the noise. He's not doing the noise. Okay, so this whole thing comes out. Does this twist? Okay. All right. Hope is not fully lost. Hope is not completely gone, guys. Why would I need anything else? Words no collectors ever lived by. Yeah, that's true. It's 100% true, Bunk. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm guessing this just goes here. This is going to... Okay, yeah, that kind of folds in. Do these stay... Do the hip skirts just stay down? Okay, I'm pretty sure this is not... This is already wrong. Yeah, so somehow the legs have to collapse in. So let's see here. There seems to be hinges right here. Why would there be hinges right there if they're the front? Why are there hinges right there? Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait, I think I see something here. These can stay here. But that's because the arms have... Nah, that doesn't work. Those are hinges for his heels. Ah, okay, alright, they just weren't out there. I feel like his legs have to come in somehow. See you, Spidey. Have a good dinner. My light up here is also dying. So hopefully it doesn't... it's going to get dark here in a second. Okay, guys, help me out. It's true, I don't know how to transform a transformer. Everybody laugh at me. Just go ahead and laugh at me. What's on Mrs. Tryon's Christmas list this year? You know, that's a great question. I wish Mrs. Tryon would let me know what she wants for Christmas. But I'll figure something out. I will figure something out. Probably a book, maybe. Wait, do these stay up? No, there's no way those stay up. Where's Brushed Ranger? He should be in here helping me out with this. If you flip the hip skirts, does that give you clearance to bring the legs further back? I don't see any way for the legs to go further back. I mean, they can bend in, but that's not going to help me, really. I feel like the hip skirts, feels like the hip skirts even kind of plug in down there. Fold the hip skirts down and then move the arms into place. Okay, so I am close. I'm just a dummy. Yeah, I don't know what Mrs. Tryon is getting for Christmas this year. She's already gotten me something. So we'll just have to see what happens. Did they go something like this? Wait, you missed my first steps. Oh no. Okay, again, I apologize for the camera angle, guys. I know it probably looks horrible. This looks like it all tabs in here. So I feel like we got the arms. Yeah. The arms are somewhat right back here. We just need to get the legs closer somehow. Although, that kind of looks okay. That doesn't look bad. Yeah, I don't know. Probably some books. Probably get Mrs. Tryon some books. Some real books, as she would say, since comic books don't count. She's coming to slowly. After reading the Lion King comic, she's become a little more interested in comics. So there's a hinge at the yellow half of the bottom of his crotch that separates it to move the legs back. Oh, I see. Oh, there it is. I'm always one step away. Okay, and then this whole thing moves back. Okay, and then it all plugs together to make the flying saucer guy. That makes sense. Here. Let me undo the arms here. Kind of bring them down here a little bit. Try and get this together. At this point, I'm not even worried about camera angle, guys. I'm just trying to save face. I'm trying to be a real Transformers fan. There we go. And then you move the arms into place. Just a little flying saucer dude. Here, let me kind of straighten him out. Look at that. How cute is that? How cute is that? Does Mrs. Tryon know? Boom Studios did a line of WWE comics that Dan Moore did the art for. So she is aware of that, yes. She's and actually, this is a good idea. You've given me a good idea, Bunk. This will not be the only gift I give her. Oh no, my light just went off. I'm sorry, guys. But there is a comic she's been wanting called that's written by a WWE or not WWE, maybe it's an AEW. I apologize for not knowing. Called Day of the Dead Girl. I may get her that comic, as well as some other things as well. So, it's a UFO. Hey, Bogania is here. I'm doing good, man. Funny green UFO man. It looks like a tiny green hat. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna run, go get another one of these lights that's charged. It's downstairs. I'll be right back. Be friendly to each other. All right, guys, I'm back. Let's start screaming in chat to make him. Something really bad happened. No. I just had to go get another one of these lights. These lights are actually really useful. They're just from Amazon. They are made by, I think Newer makes them. Yeah, they're just little multicolored lights. They've got magnets on them, so you can kind of attach them. You're not going to be able to see that, but that one was dead. But yeah, here are the boys. What Transformers do we all want for Christmas? Bob the Doctor's got the right idea. Everybody put down what Transformer you're hoping to get for Christmas while I put these boxes away. And issue 27 comes out next month. Yeah. Can this head flip around fully or no? Interesting. Oh, that sounds like it's about to break. Interesting. I should have kept his head around. That way he can fly around with his head out. I've never bought nor collect third-party Masterpiece figures, but Ocular Max Scrapper looks really good. He does look really good. Third party's not really my cup of tea either. Do I have any? I do not have any third-party stuff. Oh, I mean, do you count Yellow Park and Blockies as third-party? I mean, they're officially licensed. I guess not. I guess not. TFI, as a man in the lab of maple syrup, turkey was last month. So this is my post cup noodles day. That's fair. Technically, this is not a post turkey day for me because, again, I did my Thanksgiving today. So really, TFI, I'm sacrificing for you if you think about it. TFI Creations, somebody who I owe voice lines to. Uh-oh, I need to do my voice lines. And he's got some that he needs to do for me. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm a stinker. Man, no flight port on Cosmos. Not that I have a stand, but I was thinking about getting a stand. That way he could sit on the shelf in UFO mode. So I owe you lines too long with my soul. Well, I know there was a big debate going around whether I would be attending a TF Con next year. I don't think it's going to happen because I went ahead and already bought my tickets for Heroes Con, which is a big comic book convention in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I will be going to that. Once we get closer, I'll post about it just in case there's anybody else who happens to watch my channel that's going. You know, it'd be fun to meet some people. But I doubt it would happen since it's really a comic book thing, not a Transformers thing. So maybe in the future. Get a transparent green stand to emulate his tractor. Hey, that's a good idea. I bet you I could build it out of Lego, Bob. And just have him floating above. So, could have at least kissed the brick before he threw it at my heart. Well, I'm waiting till Orlando's TFCon to release their ticket, but it's gonna be a bit. Yeah. I was thinking about it. I know that TFCon LA is technically the closest one to me, and it is the Beast Wars reunion. And man, I would love, because they have, I'm blanking on his name, the original voice actor for Tarantulas. I cannot think of his name right now off the top of my head. I would love to go have my figure of him signed. That would be so awesome. Well, maybe not the figure. I don't know. Maybe a piece of art. But alas, conventions are expensive. Travel is expensive. Accommodations are expensive. So for now, it's just Heroes Con. So should I catch up with G.I. Joe? I'm so glad you asked, Ultra Green. Let me You know, it's funny, guys. It's really funny. A month ago, maybe a little over a month ago, you asked me, Delta, do you like G.I. Joe? I would be like, no, I don't care. I don't care about G.I. Joe. Who cares about G.I. Joe? I care about G.I. Joe now. A lot. So, I want to talk about G.I. Joe. I got a lot of other G.I. Joe figures on the shelf too, but so catching up with G.I. Joe in the Energon universe. Let's see if this is going to fit. This is not really going to fit. Oh, Cobra, no. The commander has fallen. He has fallen. He doesn't stand up very well. Stay here, Commander. Classified as peak. Let me see. Do I have anything? I don't really have anything that can prop the camera up any higher, and I don't think it. This is a little precarious. We're gonna try this, everybody. I don't think this is making me really nervous. This camera's gonna go flying, but I do think G.I. Joe is worth reading. So book one, hardcover book one, has got Duke and Cobra Commander. This is the Cobra Commander cover. I think these stories are pretty good. I really like Cobra Commander. Duke I enjoy as well. I think they're good setups to bringing you into the world of G.I. Joe, especially for someone like myself who just doesn't know anything about G.I. Joe. Book two, I have the Distral cover. I kind of wish I got the orange Scarlet cover, because it's really interesting. Everybody was telling me that Scarlet's prequel comic was the worst because it's not really connected to the broader universe yet. But I honestly, this is going to be a hot take, guys. I know the G.I. Joe community is probably going to crucify me for this, but I like the Scarlet comic the best out of the 4 prequel comics. I know. If Carl's collection was in here right now, he'd be crucifying me. I know. I just like them. I think it's the most fun comic. For me, it's Scarlet, Cobra Commander, Duke, Destro. Destro, I have trouble. Destro is the one that's the most connected to the larger EU. The problem I have with it is that the art is inconsistent. There's times where I'm like, wow, this is really cool art. And there's other times I'm looking at the page going, what on earth am I looking at? I don't think this is very good. What do you think of the film adaptations? I haven't seen them since they came out in theaters, Bob, so I'm not a good I'm not a good source for that. Time to cancel Delta again. Yeah. Scarlet was good, but not my fave, but I definitely liked it. Yeah. So I do think these are, I think a lot of people look at these and they are a little confused. They're like, wait, there's codename G.I. Joe and then there's G.I. Joe as well. And that's definitely confusing, but I do think these are worth reading. If you do want to skip those, if you just want to get right into G.I. Joe, that's totally fine. I totally understand that. You have the trade paperbacks right now, which, well, we'll just look at one at a time. You have the trade paperback. So trade paperback 1, this is the Cobra cover. There's a G.I. Joe cover one to it as well. And this is a really good start. I'm going to I might actually change my camera view here. I'm going to put this over to our turkey thing real quick. And I'm actually going to change my camera view here if you guys will indulge me for a second. Just hang on one moment while I fiddle around with this. Put it back to the setup. My local comic shop had Transformers Volume 4, Void Rivals Volume 4, and Book 1 of Void Rivals. I spent too much. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'm kind of in between. With Transformers and Void Rivals, I'm not collecting the trade paperbacks anymore. I'm just doing the hardcovers. But I wanted to catch up on G.I. Joe so I could get the issues in single format. And so to do that, I did end up having to get what's it called? The trade paperbacks. So I've almost got this camera set up, guys. 1 second. Interesting. Ooh, that's not working for some reason. Okay, all right. Do a little more setup here. Move this out of the way. That's the wrong light. Let's see if we can how we can do this. This is the setup I use for recording the second channel. Again, I know I sound far away. We're getting there, guys. Never used a camera before. Let's see if that works. Yeah, this is definitely going to be hard because I can't see right through the camera lens. But hey, Delta, welcome back. Have a good Thanksgiving. I did. Thanks, Autobot Sonic. Rise of Cobra is the only one I personally say is closest to the source, even if it's 50-50, but it's the most enjoyable G.I. Joe movie. Glad my town finally got a comic shop. Literally the first issue they started selling of Sonic the Hedgehog they sold to me a week early. Peak. Very nice. I have not. I used to like Sonic growing up. I've been told that I need to read the IDW comics, but I have not yet. But yeah, no. I think Volume 1 of G.I. Joe is really great. It's a really great introduction. I'm going to move my microphone here a little bit. A really great introduction to the series and kind of catching you up on what's going on. I think a lot of people who are fans of Transformers don't like G.I. Joe simply because they're like, why would I care about humans over robots? And I got news for you. G.I. Joe... That glares a little bit better. G.I. Joe is Transformers just with humans. It's the same thing. It's people with cool names and cool abilities and things like that, and they're fighting for resources. So, yeah. Volume 1 was really, really cool. When I heard what Volume 2 was about, I thought I would not like it as much because it kind of takes a break from the main plot and focuses on some characters like Baroness, Major Blood, and others, but it's actually really, really good. It's actually a really great kind of side stories. I'm trying to work on this glare here. It's something that I've been working on. Well, you definitely can't see a thing if I do that. Yeah, it looks like the glare is going to be there kind of no matter what. I'm sorry, guys. But you just get a lot of really cool characters in here. Let's see if I can find... oh, you know what? I think it's actually a cover. I really kind of wish that I got the alternate cover for this. Do they even have it in here? They do not. No. There's an alternate cover for this book that has Beachhead on it, and Beachhead is just so cool. He's just such a cool character. And look, you even got some Hound in there. So don't worry about it. You know, there are Transformers in here. I did notice something here in the back, in the solicitations. This is really interesting that in the solicitations they have Daniel Warren Johnson's Extremity Volume 1, which I don't think is sold anymore. They just do the hardcover now. That's interesting that they would have put that in there. But yeah, G.I. Joe is really cool. I wish I had given it my time a lot sooner, because I do feel like it's been a great series. So, and I have been covering the comic as it's been ongoing. So the Dreadnought War is in full throttle right now. This stuff is coming out twice a month right now. Just for 5 issues. I'm covering this over on the second channel, Cowboy Hat Comics. I posted a link. I'll post another link here. Actually, I may still have it copied. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. That channel I just posted in the chat is where I'm covering these comics. So, yeah. It's really great. I wish that I had given G.I. Joe more time in my life as of late. What are your thoughts on Night Force, by the way? You think we're going to get a fight between them and the Joes? I hope so. Beachhead's super awesome. Baroness and CoverGirl story is dope. It is. Very, very good. By the way, Delta, I can confirm that CT Toys Daredevil is a great pickup if you're still interested. Legit. The only issue is some ball joints that can be fixed easily. Yeah, I really need to buy that. I'm still looking on the lookout for the Man Without Fear figure. I really, really, really want to get that guy once he releases. But I do need to get that CT Toys one. Did you see that Duke is finally going to meet Optimus in Volume 4 of G.I. Joe? Yeah, I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited to finally get into that broader Energon universe stuff with G.I. Joe. It's taken a little while, but it's been a fun ride. It's been super fun being a part, of a world that I don't know. With Transformers, everything that happens, I'm like, oh, I know that Carol. They've done something like this before. G.I. Joe, I have so little knowledge of. And so it's fun being involved in that way. It was something that I just don't know about, that other people can gush about and be nerds about, that I'm just not aware of. Oh no, my Blocky's Optimus Prime was delayed until tomorrow. That's fine. It was $5. So excited to see that Prime and Duke meeting. It's gonna be dangerous because we know Duke is ready to kill. Genuinely surprised we haven't gotten Snake Eyes in the comic yet. Not that I care about him, but he's basically, isn't he basically the Bumblebee of G.I. Joe? Yeah, I think they're actually doing a good job. I'm very proud of Skybound for not just going in immediately and being like, here's Unicron, here's, Megatron in issue 1. I feel like they've done a good job in taking their time with some of the bigger characters and giving us time to breathe. So I really appreciate that. Is Sergeant Slaughter in the Energon universe yet? He is not there yet, no. I'm sure he exists, but I'm sure they're taking their time. And I like that. I like that they're taking their time. I don't want them to take every fan favorite character and just immediately throw them on the page and be like, here's everybody. And be like, okay, well, let's just wait and let's wait. Snake Eyes isn't in the series yet? Wow. Yeah, Storm Shadow is, though. Storm Shadow was in Scarlet's story, but that hasn't been picked up yet. The whole Scarlet, Storm Shadow, and I'm blanking on the other characters' names again. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know G.I. Joe as well. They have not popped back up yet in the main storyline. So, not to mention, TC was supposed to be tortured by Cobra La in the TF comics. I think we'll see Globulus as a villain for the next TF volume. Yeah, I think Globulus is going to be brought in. Love his name, by the way. Bad guy's name being Globulus. What a Chad. Next month, they are releasing The Moon is Following Us Volume 2, which is going to be cool. Yeah, it's JS. It's a great series. I think you're going to enjoy Volume 2. Great stuff. Hopefully they don't have to do a reprint since Volume 1 had some issues. The printing of Volume 1 had some issues, let me clarify. The comic is great. The trade paperback that they made was missing a few pages, and it was pretty bad. Can they even use Sergeant Slaughter since he's also a WWE character? I did not know that. I don't know. I wonder who he's owned by, who owns him specifically. So I'm glad Blockies has caught on as much as it has. It's a great option for cheaper collecting, especially with prices rising. I don't think I'm going to pay $42 for a Voyager. Sorry, not sorry. I agree with you, Sprinty. I'm stepping away from Chug with the exception of Bruticus. I will complete Bruticus, I hope. But past that, it's really slim pickings for me. I'll see a figure and be like, oh, cool. $42? No. Sorry. But I was in on Bruticus no matter what. And I don't like the prices, but he is my favorite Decepticon team ever. So I will complete him. The Studio Series 86 Thundercracker, that mold looks beautiful, but I have the Siege Tetrajet molds for all three of those guys, so I'm not going in. I'm okay with my Tetrajets being Cybertronian. I'm okay with that. So the only cons I'd say about the G.I. Joe comics are that I don't care about Pythona at all, and I really want Scarlet to be brought into the main comic. Her spinoff was my favorite besides Cobra Commander. See, yeah, I agree Autobot Sonic. I really liked Scarlet's. Pythona is really more in Void Rivals, so when she keeps popping up in Void Rivals, I'm like, girl, get out of here. I don't care about you. Wasn't really a G.I. Joe fan, but after reading the Energon universe, it's honestly really good. It is really, really good. Bunkmaster B says, I've met Sergeant Slaughter. I'm pretty sure he owns himself. Hacksaw Jim Duggan owns him too, but that's besides the point. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Let me put these books back up on the shelf here real quick. I'm going to put a poll here real quick. See what you guys are thinking about. How do I add a poll again? I always forget. Okay. I'm going to start a poll here. Just a simple yes or no. I do really want Bruticus, but Vortex hasn't shown up, so I'm not exactly going to order them online, especially since I'm going off to college in 2 years, so I'm leaving a lot behind. I totally understand that. I was lucky to find a Vortex early. I like Vortex, but I already love the Combaticons, so it's like, I'm biased towards it. If I did not love the Combaticons and I got Vortex, I probably would be a little disappointed with him. Same, at least we got Wheelie in that now. I like him. I'm honestly surprised Cosmos is in the main T of comics now and not Void Rivals. Yeah. I might buy G.I. Joe volumes for Christmas. In-stock trades, guys. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not. I've asked them. They're not going to sponsor me, which is totally fine. But if you're willing to buy online, please use in-stock trades. The prices are great. Shipping's a little slow, but man, your books are not going to be dented or touched at all when they get sent over. Again, I am not sponsored. I do not make any money from them. I absolutely love their services. Panel-bound comics is great too. I got the most recent classified Sergeant Slaughter for custom fodder, but honestly, he's too cool to sacrifice. I think he's on sale on Big Bad Toy Store. Is he not, Stryker? Who voted no on a comic book shelf tour? Who's voting no? It's okay if you voted no. Somebody has to. It's okay. It's okay, guys. I'm going to check here and see. I'm going to do a little test here real quick. I'm going to mute my audio and hold on one second. Okay, I was just checking. Whoa. I was just checking to see if I could get the microphone on my camera to be picked up in OBS. I don't think it's gonna. Work. Mezco, Thor, or Hulk was gonna be my first time using them in 3 years, but that didn't pan out. Honestly, I really like Warpig's intro in the last issue of G.I. Joe, especially Shooter in 12. She's probably my favorite of the Night Force members so far. I think his name is Road Pig. I actually don't know. I can't correct you on that because I don't know. It might be Road Pig. Okay, guys. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna turn on my ugly green light in my room from my ceiling fan. I'm gonna pick up the camera here and do a little walkthrough of the shelf. Unfortunately, I don't have the microphone on my phone working right now, so it's just going to be kind of a view. You're just going to have to look. I won't be able to see chat. I'll go slowly, that way you can kind of see what's on the shelf, and then I'll run back over here to the desk, and we can talk about what's on there. I think I've got the books as rearranged as necessary to record now it's time for some leftovers. See ya, Bunk. All right, let's get this camera. Whoa, you guys can see yourselves. Thanks for stopping by, Bunk. Again, I'm not gonna be at my mic. I'm not gonna be able to see chat here, but that's okay. We'll make do. We'll make do with what we've got. G.I. Joe goes right there. So pretty. All right. Let's go. Turkey mode. Okay, I'm back. Again, I apologize for not being able to talk. My camera is my phone, so let's see here. Books. What Skybound TF character would you want to see interact with Skybound Joe character, and why? Personally, I'd love to see Baroness with either RC or Lita. I'd love to see Shredhead interact with Beachhead. Not because their names are similar, but because I think they're just on such opposite spectrums of the table. Ayo, did not know you read Saga. Sad about the hiatus. I've actually not read it yet. I have those first 3 books. Hardcover book 4 is out next year, I think. I know it's on hiatus, but I will be reading it this year. Wonder Woman Dead Earth. Only recently read that. It's great, and I mean anything Daniel Warren Johnson. If you haven't seen my video reviewing every single Daniel Warren Johnson comic in existence at the time of the recording, highly suggest you go watch it. Did you draw your character, by the way? I did not. You read Radiant Black? I have the book. I haven't read through it yet. I did not draw my character. The character on screen right now is done by centipede.gov on Twitter. They've also done the artwork for Dumb Jake, if you watch Dumb Jake's channel. Great artist. And then my profile picture, I don't recall his name off the top of my head, but it is linked in my YouTube bio. He's that creator is actually working on his own comic right now. Very excited for that. I apologize. I cannot remember his name. It begins with an L, though. I haven't spoken to him in a little while. If you got, look, I'm gonna do a little bit of what's it called here? I'm gonna try and cross promote if I can. Let's see if I can cross promote correctly. I gotta move a bunch of stuff around on my computer screens. Okay, this is obviously too big. Sorry guys. You guys know I've never used a computer before. You guys should know that. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Okay, first off, In Stock Trades, greatest website ever. I am not sponsored. I do not get paid. I'm not paid by them, but great place to buy comics. If we go, I don't know, Transformers and see, look, the compendium, normally $64, only $37. It's great. Hardcovers. Look, normally $50, $28.99. It's actually gone down. Last time it was at like, what was it, like $32 last time? Great place. Again, I'm not sponsored. I would love to be. Please, In Stock Trades, sponsor me. I mean, look, a trade paperback volume, number 4, just came out. What was it, last week? $9.85. How can you beat that? $9.85. I am all for supporting your local comic book store, but I'm also all for saving money and getting good deals. If you're buying from here, go ahead and get Worst Spot Ever, Meet Ballpoint. I think it's a really fun book. Only $7.53. So, great. I use a computer in my college class for every major. Even I still don't understand computer. Have you checked out Robert Kirkman's new comic, Skinbreaker? It's only going to be 8 issues long. They just released number 3. It's about the native tribe of orcs, and the art and lore is so cool. I've seen it on the shelves. I'm aware of it. I have not read it. I have not read it yet, but I am vaguely interested in it. So, yeah. How would Captain America meeting Cobra Commander go? I'm pretty sure Captain America would whoop his ass. Yeah. Cross promotion time. Yes. Cowboy Hat Comics. I hate calling it a second channel because it sounds like it's less important to me. I'm actually spending a lot more time on Cowboy Hat Comics because it's a much simpler channel, much easier to do content on there. This is where I'm covering G.I. Joe. You can see here. We've got G.I. Joe 13. We did G.I. Joe 14. I recently did a How to Collect the Energon Universe series, just because I still see a lot of people commenting on my videos being like, how do I collect these books? Where do I start? Do I start at number 1? Do I have to get them in singles? Can I get them online? So, great video right here if you're newer to the EU, if you're newer to comics in general and collecting it. I do a lot of shorts on here. A lot of shorts. You can even see my face. Oh no, how ugly. When I go out comic hunting and things like that, I post a lot on here, pretty much weekly. Here's the big thing. Starting in January, you can't see him here because I'm on Delta Tryon right now. You can't see it right now, but starting in January of 2026, every Monday and Thursday, I will be releasing a short where I read through every single comic on my shelf in alphabetical order and reviewing it and giving it a numbered score out of 1 to 5. That's been a really fun project to work on. I think right now, I gave myself a head start. Obviously, I wanted to get some of these videos prepared before I started in case I had to take a step away from the project. But I believe there's 66 books I have to read. No, wait, there's 76 books I have to read. And I think at the time of this live stream, I've done 20, maybe. So hopefully by the time we get to the start of it in January, I'll have given myself plenty of time. So yeah, if you're interested in comics or G.I. Joe, or just hearing me yap, Cowboy Hat Comics. Smaller channel, simpler stuff. Ooh, don't play that video. Yeah, it's a fun time. It's fun, simple stuff. I'm really enjoying it. I'm still doing Delta Trine. Don't worry. I'm still here. Delta Trine is just for Transformers now. I really wanted to focus in on that. And I wanted a place where I could talk about non-Transformers things and not bother people who only care about Transformers. Because I know that's the way it goes on YouTube. You start a channel, you get known for something, and if you try and branch out, sometimes YouTube even punishes you. No, don't try something new. So I thought, you know what, I'll just make a second channel. I'll dump all my comic stuff over there. So yeah, if you're interested, Cowboy Hat Comics. I'd love to see you over there. I think I might start doing shorts. Have only done long form vids, but if I review issues, I might do it in short form. Yeah, shorts are actually really fun to make. I've actually had a lot of fun doing these short videos. Shorts can be up to 3 minutes long, and for that review process where I'm reading and reviewing every comic on my shelf, I do have upwards of 3 minutes to review it, but I almost never use the 3 minutes. I normally get around to like a minute 40 or 2 minutes reviewing a comic because I don't want to spoil the comic for people. I just want to tell them the premise and tell them what I think about it and if they should read it or not, and then give it a score. I normally don't like scoring things with numbers. I don't know why, but I decided, hey, we'll do it for this. So yeah, I haven't gotten to GI Joe yet though, and I will. Transformers is on the shelf, so I'm gonna have to review Transformers. So I'm reviewing it per book. So I just finished recording for some Daredevil comics, Chip Zdarsky as well as Mark Waid's. I don't have their entire runs, and so I'm not reviewing the entirety of, say, Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil. Just, hey, Omnibus Book 1. And so that's something I talk about in those short videos. Same with Saga. I have the first 3 hardcovers. There's issues that have been released long after those. I just don't own them, so I'm not reviewing the whole property or the whole project. I'm just reviewing the actual book that I have on camera and on my shelf. So I got to start making videos again, especially since I think I've nailed down what I want to do for videos. That's great, Sprinty. If y'all are out in public for Black Friday shopping, watch for flying elbows. Not me. I didn't go out in public. Not this time. No, I stayed home. Absolutely not. I will, I'll probably go out tomorrow. I have to go to my local comic book shop and pick up the final issue 4 of The Invisible Man. It finished this week. I didn't go to the comic store on Wednesday, so I need to go pick that up. And they have a buy two, get one free sale. And again, I know I just told everybody to go to In Stock Trades because In Stock Trades is awesome, but sometimes I do just buy in person because let's see here, Universal Monsters. I don't know how to spell monsters, guys. The Universal Monster books. I already have Frankenstein and Dracula, which I don't think they have on here today, but I need to get the Mummy and Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives. Look, they're normally $24, $24.99 here on In Stock Trades. They're $15. I think that's that's a $10 off. But at my local comic book store, I can buy both of these and then get a book for free at the same price. So I'll probably just end up doing that. But yeah, Invisible Man is done. They're doing Phantom of the Opera next. I'm actually very excited for that. So, who goes out in public anymore? Went out today and skidded at a stoplight. Kind of intimidated getting into Zdarsky's Daredevil run because I didn't realize how many different titles it has. Yeah, that's why I'm thankful to be able to collect it through the hardcover because it just collects everything together. Because like Mark Waid's Daredevil, it's jumping around between like, hey, here's an issue of Spider-Man now, here's an issue of Punisher now, and I'm not willing to do the research to do that on my own. So I'm thankful for the hardcover omnibuses, even though they're very expensive, to be able to read it. I got that Mark Waid Daredevil Omnibus #1, the hardcover, for like $35 at Half Price Books. However, the thing that really hurts is that Volume 2 of the hardcover omnibus, which is a smaller book, goes for about $400 right now. And I'm just, that's too much money. Absolutely not. And actually, because I have Zdarsky's Omnibus Volume 1, I think Volume 2 of Zdarsky goes for about $200, $300 right now. It's just so expensive. And you know what? Let's look it up, actually. Daredevil. I know you can't see it real quick, but let's see if I can find it on In Stock Trades. Yeah, Chip Zdarsky's Omnibus Volume 1 is actually only $58 right now. They have all the trade paperbacks. Do they have Volume 2 of the Omnibus? It does not appear that they do. I think they have it every now and then, and I think it's full price, about $100. But it goes super quick. It just goes super, super quick. And I mean, these are colossal books. I understand the $100 price tag, but it's when it gets into $200, even up to $400, that I'm just not willing to pay. I'm not willing to pay that price. It's just too much. Yeah, too much money. Too much money. Okay, guys. I think that's it. That's gonna wrap it up for today. Just wanted to do a short fun stream. See how everybody was doing. Make sure everybody's staying cool after Turkey Day, whether you celebrate Turkey Day or not. Had a pretty nice one. Always nice chatting with you guys. Have a good night too, Autobot Sonic. Again, in stock. Hey guys, everybody, in stock trades. If you want comics, if you're interested in hearing from me elsewhere than Cowboy Hat Comics. Thanks everybody for coming. It's always fun doing a stream and chatting with everybody. My dad had too much turkey. I feel you there, brother. I had too much too. Bob the Doctor, yeah, glad I could be here for the whole stream for once. I know, I normally don't do them this early, but you're also probably up. So I'm going to leave the jazz music playing for a little bit. Thanks, guys, for swinging by. Love seeing you.